Open your ears and lube up your butthole. It's time for the What Do We Call It podcast. Now, here's your host. It's Jmann. Welcome to the What Do We Call It podcast. I'm Jmann.
And I'm number one fan, Tim.
I do nice things for my kids every so often.
You do.
And every so often, those nice things end up biting me in the ass.
I would say more often than not, it sounds like.
I will buy things for the juice when she doesn't have her money with her and say, okay, but you got to pay me back. I'm not the first parent to try this, but long ago with the Pokemon cards,
the beast
is like, no, I don't want her to buy Pokemon cards. I'm like, it's her money. Well, no, she's not doing that, so fuck you.
Well, fine. Over at your house, you could be the Nazi, and over at my house, we'll be, freedom, fun, loving, do what you want with your money.
Yeah. Well, she wanted this fucking CD by this chick singer, Melody Martinez.
What the fuck is that?
Exactly. And her album is called Crybaby, just for reference.
Probably sounds like a crybaby when she sings.
Nah, it's poppy. It's decent.
It's still crybaby, yeah.
So anyways, I found it for her online. I told her what the price was. She's like, okay, I'll pay you that much. I order it. And then she waits a week, and it finally gets here, and then I give it to her. And then that was on the Sunday. She takes it home to the beast house, and she's listening to it. So today, I get a phone call from
the beast.
And she is like, so we need to talk about that CD that you got her. Like, what are you talking about? All the swear words on there and the subject matter? I'm like, what subject? What do you mean, what subject matter? It's a chick singing about, like, bad relationships and heartache and shit. Yeah, but she says the F word X amount of times and the S word X amount of times. And I just went, where are you getting this from? Well, from one of those parent watchdog sites that talks about this stuff because I wanted information on it. I'm like, don't fucking call me to have a conversation past tense. I didn't know it had an explicit label warning on it when I bought it because I wasn't paying attention. And frankly, I don't give a shit because you tell them that they can listen to music with swear words in it and you don't care. And if they're going to sing the lyrics, they can sing the swear words as long as it's only during the song. You started that, not me. I don't let them swear, and I've been spending months trying to deprogram this fucking cavalier attitude they have about saying F word, S word, or close words, or the Chi-Chi throwing up her pinky going Chinese middle finger. It's kind of funny. So I'm like, you know what? Here's a real one.
You just picture it.
Yeah. And as we're having this conversation, she's like, well, do you even know what she sings about on there? And I went and I read the lyrical content rundown on the Wikipedia page. I'm like,
how about your relationships there?
Beast.
Don't get ahead of yourself. We'll get there.
Okay.
And one of the songs is about taking a relationship to the next level. She's like, yeah, what does that mean? What do you think that means? I'm like, it doesn't necessarily mean sex. Maybe it means she wants to be exclusive with somebody and have something real instead of just casually dating.
Yeah,
Did you
ring.
fucking listen to the songs? It's like, well, I heard some of the swear words. I'm like, so you didn't actually sit down and fucking pour through the lyrics? You act like I gave her a copy of Dr. Dre's The Chronic. She's like, you might as well have. It would have been better. I'm like, you're telling me that one of the greatest rap albums of all time, known for its gangster rapping, is better than this just because she talks about bad relationships and says the word fuck a bunch of times? Calm down.
Jesus Christ. Is she just that double standard?
Yeah. I just said to her,
I hate people like that.
I'm like, the N-word is not better than curse words. You're an idiot. And frankly, I've had to tell them that they can't swear when you're telling them they can say damn and crap. And that just leads to them wanting to say other words. You started that, not me. I still tell them they can't swear. You're the one who lets them get away with some of the stuff. She's like, well, if she stubs her toe and it hurts, she can say damn it. I'm like, right. But she caught a soccer ball in the thigh a few weeks ago and she went, fuck. And what was I going to do? She used it in the appropriate context.
I just don't. I can't use it. I don't even let my 16-year-old and down. None of them are allowed to swear. I don't even want them saying damn, crap, frick.
Frick?
Like the 12-year-old, she's like, frick. I was like, no. Why? I'm not swearing. It says, no, but the implication is you want to say the F word. All right, and I'm not cool with that. It's just like when, Bubba was sitting there, just like, well, I'm playing this game, sometimes I just don't give a damn whether or not I do good or not. And I'm just like, don't say that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's just like, and it's...
No,
it's
I'm Jesus Christing you and your standards. That's very almost puritanic. They can't say damn.
I'd rather they didn't.
He's 12. Do you remember what my mouth was like at the fucking age of 10?
See, and that's what I'm thinking of, and I'm just like, okay, well, not now. Maybe...
Not now.
Okay, Pubert can kind of start using some of it. The problem is he thinks he can use it all the time. He does not use the S word, the F word, or anything like that. But, it's like, damn it, or, other ones like that.
He's old enough to drive, but you don't want him to say damn it.
It's because I know his mentality isn't his age. That's why.
Okay, I guess, but still, damn. He's 16.
I know what I'm saying it right now.
Okay. It's bizarre to me, I guess. Anyways, she's like, well, I didn't want to fight with you about it. I'm like, well, hang on now. You've already got me riled up. Let's not let this go so soon. Because, oh no, they hear about a bad relationship on a CD when it's relayed to them in terms they understand. All the titles of the songs have, like, The Crib, Toddler Mind, Cry Baby. Like, it's a concept album from the perspective of this girl, but she's doing it through the lens of, like, a younger person, almost childlike mind for a storytelling sense. I don't have a problem with that. So I says to the Beast, mind you that just a few days ago, they're very aware that your boyfriend, who keeps coming and going and coming and going, went to detox. So I'm sorry that I let her get a CD with swear words on it. But for Christ's sakes, woman, you've got substance abuse issues going on in your own fucking house. That is the least of my worries. Seriously. She's like, well, it's really, that's not the same thing. I'm like, dude, it is way more important that they are living worse shit at your house than what you called to get into an argument. We didn't call to argue. Then whatever, to have a conversation about this with me over CDs. I'm like, when they got old enough to understand certain words, I had to stop listening to D. Antwoord around them because of all the overt sexuality in their music. So I switched it over to Little Big. So Little Big has one or two songs that are explicit, but we don't listen to those ones. I'm like, I have the wherewithal enough to know that they can have something that's fun and dancey that I can enjoy, that I showed them, and they can enjoy to bridge the generational gap so we share it, but I don't expose them to those themes. You know this. Here you are the other day saying you need to find a board for your bed. Well, I'm over at her house. I'm like, why? What'd you do? Said it just like that. She's like, I broke one. I'm like, how'd you do that? The juice is standing right there. So I'm really trying to fuck with the Beast. She's like, we were jumping on the bed. And the juice goes, well, how come you didn't invite me? I like to jump on the bed. She's like, no, it was just for adults. And then later on, I come to find out she also broke the wall outlet behind her couch from fucking too vigorously on the couch up against the wall that's pressing on a plugged-in appliance. And then she fucking snapped off a prong inside the goddamn outlet. I'm just like, for Christ's sake.
Please tell me she went and got something to plug. She's like, a knife.
I wish that was the case. But no.
That's kind of like when I would let the kids watch Jackass, but I would watch it with them and skip over anything that had nudity in it.
Like butts?
But not so much butts, but anytime, occasionally there was frontal nudity on there.
A little blurred.
Not on the TV show, yeah, but the movies, no.
I guess you do see Pontius's ding dong as he's walking,
you
Porky Pig-in-it style, with just a shirt up to some hot dog bar or something.
You see more than that.
So anyways, I thought I got her pretty good with the D. Antwoord comparison. She's like, well, whatever, all right? I'll look at getting her the edited version, and then I'll try to flip this one. I'm like, flip? You're going to try to resell a CD to make back the... Do you know what fucking year it is?
Does she think Disco Round still exists?
Like, nobody buys CDs for even close to full price anymore, unless they're brand new, you dingbat.
Cheapo will buy a CD from you brand new for, I don't know, pennies on the pennies.
It's $5 or $6, I think, at most.
I don't even think it's that. I gave them some pretty rare CDs, and they only wanted to give me $3 for them.
Matters how many copies they have.
Well, they must have had a lot of these rare copies then.
Well, anyways, I said to her, I'm like, well, if you take that CD away from her, I just want you to know another story. When I was 10 years old, That is when Dr. Dre's The Chronic came out. That's why I referenced Dr. Dre's The Chronic earlier in this story and on the phone with her. It is my favorite rap album of all time. It is one of the greatest rap albums of all time. MTV was playing his videos. I fell in love with that and Cypress Hill way back when. I had pretty good taste in rap
that really
even that early.
A lot. You know, I remember how you used to dress back then, too.
Yeah. So I found a Columbia House ad. I was like, oh, I can order these CDs. Cool. You don't think about, later on down the line, you'll be paying for more shit. So I ordered it. My mom found me putting it together, the order form. You had stamps for the CD covers to put on the thing. She took it and had my dad rip it up and throw it away. They fell asleep downstairs on the floor and the couch, respectively, like they always did at a certain time of night, instead of just going to bed. I went down to the kitchen, fished it out of the trash, scotch taped that sumbitch back together like a jigsaw puzzle, sent it in. And then I was at the neighbor's house one day, and my dad called and said, send him home, please. And I went, uh-oh, my report card must have came. No. Well, my bunk beds were in the middle of my room between the windows at that point in time because I had rearranged the room some.
You had 2 windows in your room?
Yeah.
You lucky fucker. Well, what am I saying? I had 2 windows in my room, too.
Yeah. So
I had a corner room, though. That's different.
Okay. My dad was pissed that I ordered these CDs. And he chased me around my room, and I was hopping over the bed so that he couldn't get me. Well, he caught me, and he spanked me. Then they took the CDs away. My mom called Columbia House. She's like, so you got this order form in the mail that was, according to my son, who's a minor, covered in scotch tape to hold it together because we ripped it up, and then somebody just accepted it? Well, guess what? You're out those CDs, and we're not paying for shit, and that contract's null and void. He's a minor. Sorry for you. Hung up the phone. I'm like, that's awesome. I can get away with doing stuff because I'm a minor. Terrible thing to let me hear, Linda. Come on.
Yeah, that's the dumbest thing she could have told you.
So they took the CDs away. And I was pissed because I really liked those artists. And they hid them in the storage room up in the rafters. And I waited a few months. And
I think she was just throwing them out.
They're not that smart.
Or broke them.
Maybe they thought that they were going to give them to me later on in life because when
you're 16, give them to them for a Christmas present.
The whole hang-up was because they had explicit content warning labels on there. That was the whole fucking spiel of why I couldn't have them, because of swear words. So when I found them, I snuck them, I listened to them, I hid them from them. You drove my interest up further because you said I couldn't have it. I'm like, that's exactly what's going to happen with the juice if you take this away. She's going to want to look for it. She's going to be super pissed at you, and it's going to make her seek this shit out more and pique her interest. So you better walk very cautiously on this line before you go and do anything like that. Well, whatever. I mean, it's just, I'll just buy the edited version.
Then quit. Well, good job pissing away your money.
And I said, I am on Walmart.com right now because it's the only place I can find the edited version. It's $18 plus shipping. She's like, oh, I guess I won't do that. I'm like, oh, so you won't do that. Because that's like twice as much as what I paid for it, for the explicit version. Brand new, mind you.
Is it that bad they got to sell it for less?
It's edited.
No, I mean, the unedited is 18, but the unedited is 9.
It's Walmart, and they don't deal in CDs anymore, so they jacked the price up to like early 90s levels when they first came out to make up for the cost of buying single units, because I'm sure they only buy a handful, and it's at a giant warehouse. So instead of buying in super bulk, when CDs were the de facto media type of choice...
Yeah, I wish they'd go back to that.
Well, it's not going to happen.
Or maybe put everything on a thumb drive so you can plug it in your computer. Because this whole, I haven't done it. Going to iTunes or whatever to buy fucking music.
Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that. Well, people wonder why all my music on my phone or my Zoom player or my computer or whatever is old. Is because I didn't have to pay for it. My brother had the CDs. He gave me a copy of the songs on the computer. A buddy of mine gives me copies of the music and all that. Or I downloaded it through, I can't remember what some of the downloading systems I used to use, but...
Kazaa.
That's what it was.
Yeah, and then you ended up with a bunch of fucking, viruses on your computer.
No, actually I didn't.
Well, lucky you.
I never had any issues.
Well, lucky you.
Other than some of them took for fucking ever to download.
A dial-up internet.
No, I had DSL.
Oh, listen to this guy.
First world problems.
What?
I have a new sounder on the show when you say shit like that. That sounds privileged. And it goes...
Come on.
First world problems.
Oh, like the four-wheeler I just bought and it's on the back of my truck?
Yeah, you referenced something else about four-wheelers in a previous episode, and that's where I got the idea to create that sounder.
Yeah.
So while it sucks that I didn't pay enough attention. I was just focused on, okay, well, she really wants this. It's the first time she's asked me to get a CD for her. It's kind of exciting. I didn't pay attention to the subject matter because it was just some chick singer. I didn't think it was like that bad. It's not like I bought her a Nicki Minaj CD. That would have been bad. Or Cardi B. Or when I tell him you can't sing R. Kelly's I Believe I Can Fly anymore, even if you're joking about wanting to fly.
Why can't you sing that anymore?
Because he's a pedophile.
Oh.
And I had to, tell them, because he's a creep and a pervert and he pees on people. What do you mean? Like he peed on people's faces.
It's called the golden shower.
Don't ask any questions. Just don't fucking sing any R. Kelly. I'm not trying to repeat the same mistakes of my parents where they were all uptight about language and music. It's fucking art, so I don't care. Imagine now if you came home and Bubba was blasting NWA. There's going to be a lot of N-words and a lot of F-words, and they're going to be talking about bitches in very sexually explicit and derogatory senses.
Well, not let him listen to it, because he's already gotten his ass beaten twice at the park for using the N-word.
Yeah.
In front of
not that he did it is meh, but it's like not letting him listen to music because of it.
I don't know how to get him to stop, so it's just like, all right, well, if I eliminate it, okay, fine, whatever. But also, I mean, I'm me trying to kind of police a little bit of what he listens to or what he watches. I'm also the guy that just let him play Grand Theft Auto 5, forgot how much language is in there, because I started playing after he beat it. And I'm just like, oh my God, I completely forgot they talked like this in some parts of the game.
Well, let alone that there's prostitutes you can pay for sex and it's a game full of crime and murder.
That's fun. I love taking a prostitute to the beach, getting my stuff off, and then shooting her and getting about a third of my money back.
Well, we're talking about your 12-year-old, but you don't want him to say damn.
Well, as I say, just don't use the word. I mean, if they do it when I'm not around, fine, whatever. But don't do it in front of me. That's how I swore when I was a kid.
That's not a good mind. That's how the same trouble that I'm running into with the beast and her letting that happen at her house, but they can't do it here.
Oh, it's even more strict over at my ex's house. She doesn't let him say a damn thing. None of them.
It's just an odd dichotomy.
Well, and I think part of the reason why I'm kind of iffy on it is because Mrs. Number One fan's kind of the same way. She doesn't want the kids talking like that. I mean, I was telling him, I told Pubert, he's already 16, but 17, which will be this summer. It's like, you probably could swear a little bit now and then, but I mean, don't be excessive with it. But it's every time it gets close to that, I feel like he's not ready. He won't do it proper. Maybe I should have him spend some time with my brother so he can learn how to do it properly.
I was just going to say, back in the day, I remember a conversation between us when we were probably about 12 and 14. I mean, we swear, but my brother really knows how to swear with style. He knows how to pepper the right word and the right amount of usage. He doesn't sound dumb when he does it, so he gets away with it more.
Mm-hmm.
That was your brother back in the day. So I don't think you need to shut the faucet off with Pubert. I think you just need to say, if you're going to do it in moderation, or else people are going to think you're trying too hard and you're going to sound absolutely dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
Because if you say, oh, fuck it, I was over with these fucking idiots and who knows what the fuck they were doing. Like so many inmates, I would stop and go, you just used the F word 3 times in one sentence. What a masterful grasp of the English language you have. And they'd be like, I know, right? And I'd be like, God, you're fucking stupid. I just ripped on you to your face and whoosh, over your head.
I read that thing on Facebook. People who swear a lot are intelligent. Not necessarily. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've also seen, I don't trust anybody who never swears. Which is how I felt about the administration where I used to work.
Like my brother, you got to do it just right.
You got to swear with style. And as long as the music that the Juice listens to doesn't involve talking about dicks and pussies and late night booty calls, I think we're fine.
Wait till she's 15, 16 years
old.
old.
Oh, yeah, that's, yeah.
The perfect age to start listening to that.
Well, you can drive now, so it's time to get into the hardcore stuff. Here's a 2 Live Crew CD.
Blast that shit.
Have a good weekend. Interact with the show on Twitter at What Do We Call It. That is at What Do We Call It. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/group/What Do We Call It podcast show. For the What Do We Call It podcast, I'm Jmann.
And I'm number 1 fan, Tim.
And SEN.